How do you feel about horror movies? Because you have a new horror movie, It Feeds, coming
I
out.
do. I like
Are
them
you
if
scared of horror movies?
certain ones. So there's the ones that are sadistic, I don't like. That like the like well actually I did like The Purge, but like there's, like the Saw movies, I am not the gore, like I'm not really interested in the fact
Right.
that people can be that inhumane is I don't love to know that like that exists in the world, and I certainly don't love watching it. But any kind of like entity, psychological thriller, like
Paranormal.
those things, yeah, I think are fun to watch.
So what is It Feeds?
It Feeds is about like a paranormal, like an entity that feeds on your fear and attaches itself to you. And so I am a therapist that is able to kind of under the radar. She doesn't really make it super popular, but is able to go into your brain and start to unlock why you are the way you are if you have very deep trauma and damage. And so there's someone comes to her house with this, and it ends up attaching itself to her daughter. And so she has to go in and fight this entity basically to protect and save her daughter.
Ashley Greene. It
It
Feeds.
feeds. And I was doing this. My baby was 6 months old, and I was like, you want me to do a movie where they take my child? Like, I don't know,
It
dude.
was probably easy for you to get emotional.
It was really hard because I was so blocked off. Like, it was such a protected piece. And I'm usually really, as you see, very emotionally available. But I remember it being incredibly hard because I was like, I don't want to go there. Like,
But you eventually went.
I didn't use my daughter. I substituted because I was just not willing to.
Yeah.
to
I
do
used
it.
my friend's daughter.
I imagined my friend losing her daughter, and that made me really upset.
Yeah. That got the performance for me.
Yep.
Do you just get offers for a movie like that? They just make you an offer
Mhm.
and they say, hey, you're going to film in Connecticut for, I don't know where to film.
We were near Toronto.
Near Toronto. You're going to shoot for 4 weeks.
So we were there for 2 months, 6 weeks.
6 weeks. We're going to pay you this. And it's a pretty good life. Like, they take care of you.
Yeah, it's been it makes me feel good that like I have worked with people, and then people go, oh, I worked with her and she's great, and I would like to work with her again. Or like a lot of the stuff that I do now is through word of mouth, and it's kind of like a side of the industry that I didn't really think about or understand existed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to choose.
Do you still honestly love acting? Like, do
Yeah.
you wake up and you're like, I want to act. I want to be in something.
Yeah. There's nothing else I'd rather do.
Nothing.
No,
If you had to,
I don't know.
you don't know.
No, I used to think I wanted to go into criminal psychology before I started acting.
Mm.
And so I think that's still fascinating. But no, there's nothing I think that could fill me the way that this does. There's something like Paul's always like, you're happiest when you're on set. You're absolutely a happier human being. And like, it's stressful, the prep and the hours, and then trying to come home and be a full-time mom and a full-time actress is definitely a lot on your plate, but I wouldn't change it for the world.